Disney, and as you can see, it's all happening.
It always does to Adrian. We'll be catching up with Adrian at EuroDisney later. Also on today.
First of his reports from EuroDisney.
Yesterday morning, the gates here at EuroDisney opened for the first time to the public, and that was after a weekend of non-stop celebrations.
The weekend was the culmination of 7 years' work, costing a reported £2.7 billion. The site's just 20 miles east of Paris. To make way for the park, bulldozers moved nearly 3.5 million cubic metres of mud, almost enough to fill the Grand Canyon. Gardeners planted 360,000 shrubs to colour the park green, although the largest tree was crafted by Disney designers who added 300,000 leaves by hand. And to keep the employees, or rather cast members, in costume meant producing 400,000 separate outfits in 750 designs using 1.8 million metres of fabric. And 528,000 red bricks helped the Main Street Parade run smoothly.
The activities this weekend have been years in the planning. One man who has been responsible for some of this is Roy Disney, nephew of Walt Disney. Roy, welcome to you.
Welcome to you.
Thank you, it's your park. What are your feelings now that it's open?
Well, first of all, of course, relief. This has been a 7-year project for us, and to finally see it actually open is an enormous thrill. But also great delight with how it came out. I think it's the best of all the parks.
Do you really?
I really do.
Oh, great. Well, I've never been before, and I'm very impressed. It looks great. There's also a Disney connection with Europe, isn't there?
Yes, the name Disney is originally a French name. There's a little town in Normandy called Isigny-sur-Mer, and apparently some people from there who were called Disigny came to Britain during the Norman invasion, and the name got anglicized into Disney. So it's really originally a French name.
So the Disney Empire must be thrilled to actually come back to Europe.
Well, you know, and more to it than that, of course, is that a great deal of our source material has been European through the years, from Snow White to Cinderella to Alice in Wonderland and all the rest. So our roots are enormously European. And I've always felt half European myself.
I see your roots here. This is a vast area that you now cover.
It's big roots, yes.
and the area's going to get bigger over the years, I take it?
Well, there's quite a lot more land available to us for development here, 4,000 hectares. And we're only using a small portion of that now. The most immediate next plan for 1995 is a Disney MGM studio tour similar to what we did in Florida, which will be part real-life movie studios and television studios and part theme park based on movies and television.
And lots more marching bands like the one that's going past you that we can hear in the distance.
There will always be the bands.
Now, but it would be true to say as well that although this is spectacular, there have been criticisms as well, though, haven't there?
Oh, we don't take them terribly seriously because the people are coming here and they're the judges.
What sort of response have you had so far in just literally a few hours?
It's been very, very good. I am really, frankly, anxious to sort of put on a mask or dark glasses or something and go out and mingle and watch the people enjoy.
What is so special about this Disneyland then in comparison to the others that you have around the world?
I think the biggest single difference really is that it's 20 years now since we built Walt Disney World in Florida, and the technologies of what we do have changed so much through the years that the rides are better because the ride systems themselves are better, but they're better because the animated figures are about 4 generations ahead of anything we've done anywhere else. They're so realistic, they scare you sometimes.
Would it be true to say then that really this appeals to everybody because adults with children at heart?
we are all children. We started as children, and we really, in some ways, inside of us, never grow up.
All right, right. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for talking to us.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
And now, back to the studio, but do join us later for more from EuroDisney.
Catch up with two more Brits living abroad, Katrine and Simon. Some people have all
Sessions. As the steamer rolls by, as I say, we were at the casting sessions in London for EuroDisney, and that's where we met Katrine and Simon.
Are you still as enthusiastic as when you walked in this morning, all those cold, weary hours ago?
I am, even more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has it spurred you on looking at the videos of the sort of things you can and can't do?
Oh yes, yeah. I know what I want to do. I have a definite idea.
OK, so we're going to hold our breaths, are we now, until the second interview?
Well, I'm afraid it's finger crossing time now.
Well, now that they've moved to France, I caught up with them for coffee and croissants. There are cafes and there's some fantastic food. There's beautiful architecture. We're only a stone's throw from EuroDisney, but it's a different world. It's the reality of life in France, and for some, it's a new home. Did you actually expect at the time that you would both get the chance? Because I knew there was a little bit of sort of, I think I might have a job, and you were worried.
That's right.
No, because I was always, throughout the day, I was always 2 hours ahead of Catty. So when I got the job, I still had to wait 2 hours to know whether she got the job or not.
I didn't know where Simon was.
Is life for you very different?
Yeah, it is. For two countries to be so close and yet so different is absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Different in what sense, though, Simon?
Every sense, every sense. The lifestyle, the level of lifestyle in Paris is a lot higher than it is at the moment in England. You know, people expect more of the French. I don't know why it's like that. It's just the way it's always been. I mean, it's not particularly easier to live here than in London, but it seems easier.
So, Katrine, is money a problem?
Well, yes and no. For me, it's not, because I had a building society account since I was a long time ago.
A little girl?
A little girl, yes. And Simon hasn't got a bank account yet, because we haven't had time, really, to open a bank account together.
So you got lots of money in your account?
Well, enough.
All right, can I borrow 100 francs then?
Of course you can.
Hey,
You are.
I like her, I like her. What about friends back home in England?
They're jealous about us a bit, yes. They just like the idea of us going to Disney and, you know, working in a fantasy land and living in Paris. I think they always envy Paris, because Paris is supposed to be somewhere special.
Simon, did you have trouble with the language?
No problem, really. I mean, living with Catty for 8 years,
You've picked up a few handy phrases.
I can get by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So that never worried me anyway, the language. Or the lifestyle in France. I always liked the lifestyle anyway.
Katerine, how easy is it to get around?
Well, it's very easy because it's a direct route from Vincennes to EuroDisney. When there's no strike, it's only 45 minutes. When there's a strike, it could take nearly 3 hours.
Is there time for a private life, though, a sort of social life?
You can make time, yes. For the moment, because we just moved in our new flat, it's difficult. We haven't got a lot of furniture. Up until a couple of days ago, we didn't have a bed, so we were sleeping on the floor because we didn't have any furniture whatsoever.
You'll have them all crying back at home, you know. So this is home, 6 floors up and no lift. Katrine, can I ask you, why did you choose to live here and not the EuroDisney site like a lot of the other people that are working there?
Well, that's because we work in EuroDisney and we work in fantasy, and we wanted to live in Paris. So we wanted to have a contrast, being in Paris, going back home in Paris, rather than living in EuroDisney.
So Simon, how easy was it to find accommodation in the area?
It's difficult to find accommodation anywhere in Paris at all at the moment, especially with EuroDisneyland opening, because I think they've all jumped on the bandwagon and shoved the rents up a bit as well.
Do you have plans to actually settle in France permanently?
Yeah.
We hope so. Yes, definitely.
Well, Katrine's managed to nip out from the kitchen at the Italian restaurant where she works. That's why we're in the gondola. It's obvious, isn't it? How's it going?
It's going very well. It's been a very, very busy couple of days with all the parties going on. And
Are you tired?
I'm all right. I'm coping. I'm having a good time, actually.
Yeah? You
Yes.
ready for lots more visitors?
Yes, definitely, yes.
No regrets?
Not at all, no. I can do it more again.
Oh, great. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Better get back to the kitchen, quickly.
Okay, yes.
I'll have some lasagna.
Typical, he goes all the way to France and orders a lasagna.
I think he was in Venice there, wasn't he, in the gondola? So it's lunchtime in Paris and just approaching 12 o'clock here in the UK. There'll be more from EuroDisney after...
Now, before I go and meet a Swiss family up there called Robinson, yesterday morning I met the first British family through the gates. Can I ask you, where are you from?
From Stourbridge.
In the Midlands?
Yes.
You're the first British family through the gates.
We are.
How long have you been waiting to come through?
About 2 years.
Since 6:30.
Yeah, is this 6:30 this
6:30
morning?
this morning.
Oh my goodness, and when did you come over?
Last week.
Yeah.
Came over a couple of days ago.
Did you come over specifically to come to
Yes,
EuroDisney?
specifically, yes.
Right. How are you feeling about today?
We're tired. The boys woke us up at 5 o'clock this morning to make sure we weren't late. So
Yeah.
we're
All
just
right.
waiting for a cup of tea now.
And is this your daughter?
Yes, Jane.
Well, you looking forward to today?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to seeing?
Going on to the Maxwell.
All right, well, we'll let you get on with it. Good to see you. Have a good
Thank
time.
you.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Cheers now.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I've always wanted to go to Disneyland, but I always thought I might be too old. Me? Peter Pan?
Non, pas comme ça.
Oh,
Pas comme ça.
Philippe!
Non, n'éclaboussez pas.
Paddle?
Là, comme ça.
Le paddle in the way.
Comme ça. Voilà. Voilà.
Très bien, good.
Ah.
And Nigel Mansell does it again. Oh, who did that? I hope you're ready for this. Marty, can I ask you what exactly your role is with the Disney Corporation?
Well, I'm the president of Walt Disney Imagineering, and really I'm supposed to make sure that all the creative talent that we have designing these parks is encouraged to bring out the greatest imagination they can bring to what they do.
So, Marty, can you tell me a little bit more about the animatronics? Have I got that right?
Well, that's correct, audio animatronics, and it's really come a long way since we first started in Disneyland. Now,
What exactly is it, though?
Well, it's a combination of sound and animation and technology, really. It's a blend of the three.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
Well, among the star guests is the man who created Star Wars, George Lucas himself. Hi, George.
Hi.
Ask him what he did at the Walt Disney Company. He would sort of shrug and say, well,
This place is unbelievable. There are so many stars about. It's not true. I don't believe it. Look who it is. It's my next door neighbour. See you soon. Bye. walked miles, I've been on dozens of rides, but I'm not finished yet. It's Dumbo next. We're on Thunder Mountain! I was told it was going to be the journey of a lifetime! Believe you me, British Rail was never like this. Ah! Oh, there you are. Well, what can I say? I've had an amazing time, courtesy of Mickey and all his friends here in EuroDisney. Yeah, sure, it'd be different if it rained, and who knows what it's going to be like when there are millions of people in here. But for me, it's been fantastic. Has all this been a dream?
Ah, Adrian with a little fairy, but still no change there. That's all we've got time for today.
He'll get back at you, mate, he certainly
Coming
will.
up in Pebble Mill, Judy Spires will be at EuroDisney, meeting up with a host of stars, including Michael J. Fox and Bob Hoskins. We'll be back tomorrow when Miriam will be talking woman to woman with Mary Helvin. Wow.
Oh, yes, wish you were there. Well, we'll be meeting couples who found out